So I learned to bike as a kid. As a teen, the bike was a source of freedom that I loved. Sorry, I forgot already what I was supposed to say. The bike was a source of freedom that I really loved. And the bikes saw me through grad school. It offered me an inexpensive way for me to get around. We taught our children how to ride bikes. We showed them that bikes can be useful and purposeful, or fun, exciting, and adrenaline-filled through our beautiful river valley. We showed them how to ride to school, how to ride to the park, how to ride for ice cream. We ride with friends. We see our neighbors. We're an active part of our community. My eldest daughter, she rides to school on her own now. Her commute is just under 5 kilometers, and she's enjoying the freedom and the independence that the bike gave me. I'm an environmental engineer. My impact as an engineer has been small, if any. I haven't changed any of the world's big climate change problems. I haven't solved any of them. But I have found a way that I can have a small impact by advocating for bike lanes. I found that bike lanes create more than just a safe space. In a bike lane lies a beauty that literally connects us and shapes our cities. Bike lanes and walking paths connect our communities the way no other infrastructure really can. They make our cities more livable. Walking and biking are great ways to start and finish one's day, to clear one's mind, improve one's fitness. There is no doubt that biking and walking are ways that reduce things like cardiovascular disease, depression, diabetes. On a cost per person per kilometer, active transportation or bike lanes are cheaper to build and to maintain. The direct total greenhouse gas emissions related to walking and biking are 0. Yet transportation remains one of the most difficult sectors for us to reduce our emissions due to our dependency on motor vehicles. We need to shift our thinking around transportation from one that involves more active modes around biking and walking. We need to invest in this. Over a year ago, I was part of a collaboration between the City of Edmonton, Pass for People, and Stantec Consulting to create better, safer biking infrastructure in Edmonton's downtown. It resulted in the creation of more than 7.8 kilometers of bike lanes. Almost immediately, once portions of the network were opened, there was an immediate increase in cycling downtown. I already forgot. On June 30th, there were over 4,700 people who rode the partially opened and incomplete network. So we know from the experience from cities around the world that building great infrastructure results in increased ridership. And we know that to be true in general, but we know that that also is true for very specific demographics, for women and for families. And that is no different for Edmonton, except that Edmonton's a winter city. This past winter, we heard about more first-time winter cyclists than before. Anecdotally, we hear more Edmontonians are riding their bikes. On a cold November day, Just a couple months after the official launch of the downtown network, over 1,100 people rode it. Building great infrastructure results in increased ridership, and that's true even for winter cities. That number will only increase. I'm confident of that. The sure way to reduce our dependency on cars is to provide a safe, comfortable alternative. Reducing climate impacts in Edmonton involves the building of great bike lanes. At Paths for People, we're going to continue working on this. We're going to continue advocating for more bike grids that connect to other bike grids that connect to the downtown network. Providing an alternative for Edmontonians. It's important that we all advocate for the creation of safe, connected, separated infrastructure that can be and will be used by Edmontonians of all ages and abilities. To create more opportunities for more people to try commuting by bike. To shift the culture so that children grow up with biking as a normal way of getting around. To do so, Edmontonians need to speak up. We need to advocate, push for change. We need to tell our leaders that active transportation matters to us. To make it easier to walk and to bike. To be clear, this isn't a war on cars. It's a path, a road to creating a better, more sustainable, more beautiful Edmonton. One that shares the path, shares the space, and makes room for active modes. To create transportation choices for Edmontonians. Whatever your reason may be, for health, for safety, for community, for the love of nature, the end result is the same. Building bike lanes is good for our environment. The more connected our infrastructure is, the higher quality its development, the better planned its implementation, the safer Edmontonians will feel, the more comfortable the idea of cycling will be, and the greater number of us will take to our streets with bikes. The more bikes, the lower our impact as individuals, as community, as households, as community members, and as a city. Bike lanes, I truly believe, are worth advocating for. Thank you.